Well, where else would it be?
Well, seeing as it's Friday and you haven't come up with your half of the cash, as from today, our partnership's finished.
Well, it's not over yet. We've still got the rest of the day. I'll raise the cash.
In a few hours. Why don't you just give up, Barry?
Yeah, it was great. So I'll see you later.
All right, Dad.
Yeah, great. You off out tonight then, are you?
Yeah, I might go out with Keith and the lads.
Oh, good, good. Just due to be spending so much time with one girl at your age.
I'll get lost, eh, Dad?
What's up with you?
No, nothing, nothing. Just thought that I might pop round to yours tonight after the Legion, that's all.
Oh, that'd be nice. If you didn't have to jump into your pants to rush home afterwards.
Yeah, well, not tonight. Tonight will be different, won't it?
Oh, plan on staying later than 10:30 this time. Turn into a pumpkin if you're not careful.
All right, come on, Dad. Give a fella a break, OK? That's what I'm trying to tell you, aren't I? Tonight, well, I thought I could stay the night.
Yeah, well, you say that now, don't you? But that's just to get me to stop seeing Mike. Tonight it'll be, oh, I've got to get home, love. I can't leave Jackie and Tony on their own. Same old love me and leave me.
Not this time, OK? Tonight I stay. All night. So, you can bin our Michael off now, can't you?
Doing all right there, Ronald?
Ah, yeah. Been worse, Sinbad, been worse. Mind you, I'd have been doing even better if that Shylock Grant hadn't shut the shop rents up again.
Yeah, been all moaning about it.
Tell you what, mate. That is one self-made monster I wouldn't mind seeing fall flat on his designer-suited little Jacksie.
Yeah.
65, please.
It's a bit sicky for me to say it on, seeing as Barry pays me wages and that.
Yeah.
Yeah, not being nosy, but has Dee Dee given up with the florists?
No, you know, but with her not being well, she can't manage it. But Jean Crosby's come to the rescue. She said that she'll start running it once she gets organised.
Oh. When you see her, give me best, won't you?
Yeah, will do. I'll see you.
All right.
Yeah, fine.
So am I. Now I've got tonight to look forward to.
Did you find it?
What? Your pen? Oh, yeah, I've got it, thanks.
Ah, you're not going to start falling apart on me at this stage of the game, are you? What is it this afternoon?
Chemistry, second part.
You're almost through the hardest part. Once your exams are over, be able to relax. Let yourself go a bit.
Mum, I'm fine.
Morning, neighbour. Don't mind if I just make use of your facilities, do you? Jean's in the bathroom and I'm just about a bursting point.
Yeah, but, David?
Patricia said expected back from London today, is she?
Yes.
Max, darling. Hello there. I'll finish dressing the children.
Susanna ended up having to stay. Got late. By the time we finished finalising all the arrangements, the children had fallen fast asleep. And I've said I'll take her to the airport.
Does Patricia know that she spent the night here?
No. But I think it would be better all round if she didn't know. I mean, you know what women are like. They jump to all the wrong conclusions.
It's my daughter you're talking about deceiving.
David, I can explain.
I think not, Max. It's perfectly obvious what's been going on here.
Nice day for it. Yeah. Got an appointment with Mr. Dean, you know.
Mr. Grant? Well, Mr. Farnham rang about. Lord, it's that time already. I lose the track when I'm out here. You know what they say, if you want to be happy for a day, get married. If you want to be happy for a month, kill a pig. If you want to be happy forever, get a garden. Look, what we'll do, we'll just dump this stuff on the compost and then we'll have a cuppa and you can tell me all about this flat of yours in Spain. I don't suppose it's got a garden, has it?
Well, not exactly. It's got gardens all round it, though.
Yeah, you can't beat an English garden. You know, the trouble with these foreign places, they don't get enough rain. You can't even grow a decent patch of lawn.
It's all right for some, isn't it?
You think so? Got to finish this report on my foreign placement.
Nah, well, I think I'll work outside. Do you fancy a takeaway for your tea tonight?
Could do. I just thought if the weather holds up, the four of us could eat al fresco.
Oh, I don't know, you know. Keith's got his pizza parlour shift, and Anna might be working again tonight.
Has she told you which hotel she's working at?
No, I think she's a bit worried me and Keith might turn up and lower the tone, you know. Hey, we should follow her one night, you know, surprise her.
Oh, I don't know. I think some of us have progressed beyond the student prank, Mike. You don't fancy Barbie, then?
Well, I've got to finish my project, haven't I?
Shame. I just fancied burning a few sausages and cracking open a few bottles of that German beer.
Now you're talking. That sounds good to me. Hey, I'll ask Bev if she wants to come. I'll go round later and ask her.
Well, like I say, yeah, the bedroom's a good size and the kitchen's fully fitted and that.
Yeah. Well, my Babs is a stickler for cupboard space. Actually, it's her idea we should have a holiday home. I don't know. I'm really more of a Bournemouth man. They really got some lovely gardens around there.
Yeah. Well, I think you'd be very hard pushed to find a place in Spain at this price. But there are a few other people interested, so I'd really have to know today.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, Mr. Grant, I'll mull it over and come back to you in a couple of weeks. How'll that suit?
Well, like I said, you know, there are other people interested, so it'd really have to be today, Mr. Dean.
Oh, yeah. I'll come back to you. Anyway, I expect you'll be wanting to get along to that club of yours you were telling me about. What's it called? The La Lute?
La Lute, actually.
Lute? Oh, anyway, I must tackle my roses. You know what they say? Plant like you live forever and weed like you'll die tomorrow.
Do you think he'll say anything?
Well, it's hard to say. Tried to have a man-to-man talk with him, but it's all a bit awkward, isn't it?
Come here, take it
David?
Hello.
Ah, welcome home, madame.
Susanna, aren't you flying back to the States today? Yes,
Susanna just came back from the hotel this morning with some of Matthew and Emily's things.
And say goodbye to the children.
Oh, aye, so this is where you're hiding, is it? Well, I'm sorry, mate. Window cleaning still has to be paid for.
Who'd be a landlord, eh?
I don't know. Party, is it?
No, I just thought we'd eat al fresco.
Oh, nice fella, Al. Sausages under the stars, eh? Nice one.
Yes, only when it comes to helping me get it ready, everyone just happens to be unavailable.
Well, why didn't you say if you needed a hand? We had him at the band with barbecues.
No, Sinbad, you're
No,
all right.
look, Peter, you're all right, mate. I don't mind singing for me scran. If you need a hand. Look, you've got your coals in the wrong place and everything, look. There you go. Don't worry, mate. The Burgermeister is here.
Help yourself.
Is that an official invite, Pete? Thanks very much, mate. Listen, you just hang on here. I've got to catch a couple of my customers, all right?
What happened to singing for your scran?
Well, you're all right. I've got you started and everything now, haven't I? I've got to catch a couple of customers before they nip down to the alehouse with the pay packets. But don't worry, I'll be back later on, all right?
Great. Don't be long, 'cause we're starting as soon as Mike gets back with his girlfriend, all right?
The more the merrier, eh? See you later, Pete.
Coming round to that to the Legion.
Well, I cried off the Legion tonight. Told them I had the flu. So, better get me to bed early, eh?
Well, there's no hurry, is there? Got all night. You are still staying over, aren't you? Like you said.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I haven't done up to now because I've been worried about Dee Dee and all that, but... Well, Jackie's old enough to get herself and our Tony ready for bed now, isn't she? She would do if we were at the Legion anyway.
Yeah, and if you sneak home early enough in the morning, they won't know you never went home.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Well then, got plenty of time, haven't we? Oh, it means a lot to me, this, you know. What made you change your mind about staying the night?
I don't know. But seeing you with our Michael's been like a knife in me guts. Made me realise just how much I did need you. See, Bev, if I haven't got you, I've got nothing in my life. So stopping the night means I can go on, haven't you? We'll just have to take whatever risks go with it, won't we?
I will stop seeing Mike, you know. I only carried on seeing him because I was so fed up on my own without you.
It's good, this, isn't it?
Yeah. Greater loveth no man than he gives up his night's compare down the Legion.
I did find him astounding. Man, Julie is terrible. Leave it to go away.
God, it's all Michael. Look, I'll get rid of him.
Hiya.
Not now, eh, Mike? I've got a terrible migraine.
Oh, that's a shame. I was just about to ask you around to ours for a barbecue. Never mind, eh? Another time.
Not really, no. Look, I don't really think that you and me should see each other anymore.
Why?
Well, it's just... Look, I'll explain properly when I'm feeling better. Let's just say it's nothing you've done. It just doesn't feel right for me anymore, that's all. No hard feelings?
No, that's the way you feel. Could I just have my camera, though? I think I left it here the other night.
Oh, yeah, sure. Wait here, I'll just go and get it for you.
Right, well, I'll see you around then.
Yeah, night, Mike. He seemed to take it quite well, didn't he?
But he took the flaming camera and all, didn't he? Why'd you let him do that? The camera. You took photographs, didn't you? Of me and you.
Oh, God, Ron, I'm sorry, I forgot.
Well, the game will be well and truly up when he gets that little lot developed.
Ah, Patricia. Max and Susanna get off to the airport, all right?
Yes, and I've managed to get the 3 hooligans into bed.
My darling, are you sure you're going to be all right, having 2 extra children here on top of your work? I mean, your mother and I will help, of course, but having Max's kids here means you're going to have to bear the brunt of it, you know?
Yeah, I know, but let's just say I think Max is worth it.
Patricia?
Is everything all right, Dad?
Yes, I. Just a bit concerned, you know, that you might start overdoing things with all this extended family business.
I'll be fine. I'm just happy for Max that everything's sorted out between him and Susanna.
I'd better be getting home. God help me if David has told Patricia about last night. Should be in good time for your flight.
I'm not altogether sure I mind if I miss it. I rather regret having to go now.
Susanna, what happened last night?
It was a true reflection how you and I feel about one another. It's all still there, Max.
All right, but it's not just as simple as knowing there's still something between us. Last night, you said that you understood why I loved Patricia as well.
I know. And last night I was willing to settle for that. But you can't expect me to settle for that indefinitely, Max. Sooner or later, you have to choose.
I know you have a right to demand that. It's just that if I choose you, then I lose Patricia and Thomas. And I don't want to lose any of you or hurt any of you.
I can't decide for you, Max. I know how I feel. Choosing whether or not you stay with Patricia is your dilemma.
Yeah, well, the decision might have been made for me by the time I get home. David spilled the beans, then my best bet would be to jump on a plane with you, Ryan, and skip the country.
Why don't you? If Patricia doesn't already know, I'll be back from the States to collect Matthew and Emily in 3 months. 3 months, Max, to decide once and for all whether or not you want me back.
Hey, will you do me a favour and turn that music down?
Said I'd get back to you, didn't I?
Mr. Dean?
Oscar. I like to be on first-name terms with people I do business with.
So, you want to buy the flat, then?
Well, Babs's birthday's coming up, and even she can't find room for any more Capo de Monte. So, deal is it? At the price you said?
Oh, yeah? Well, can I get you a drink?
Oh, TT. Always have been. You can twist my arm to a St. Clement's.
You can have anything you want, mate.
I sort of like this place. Keeps busy enough, does it?
Well, it takes a bit of time to get somewhere like this off the ground, you know.
Oh, that's why you were a bit eager to unload the Spanish flat, was it? A bit of a cash flow crisis?
No. Well, yeah, actually.
No, he's only to be ashamed of, lad. I admire anybody who goes into business, especially these days. I've run my own show so long now, I can tell you this. I know anybody can have problems.
Hey, Joe, listen.
Can't stop. Got to meet a couple of friends. I'll be back before opening time.
Well, that was one of my problems that you just nearly met there. Joe also, my partner.
Not exactly a love match, eh?
Well, it was only ever business we had in common. But according to way of bookkeeping, the club's not doing well at all. I can't understand it, really. I thought we were doing all right. But if we don't start getting it together, I'm going to lose half the club.
What, me buying the flat? That doesn't cover you?
Well, it helps. But I'm still pretty short of what I need to stay in. I'm open to store, though, until I can get the cash in, you know.
Yeah. Well, I wish you luck, son. I'm going to get back to Babs, tell her she's got a holiday home. My solicitor will be in touch about the details.
Right, cheers.
Listen, do tell me to mind my own business if you want to, but my accountant, who takes care of me, he knows what he's at. I could get him to give, like, a second opinion, you know? You'd have a look at your books. Maybe he'll find a way around your cash flow problem.
You reckon? Well, I'll tell you what, I'll go and get the books for you then.
All right. I'm not promising anything, mind.
Well, anything's worth a try, isn't it, Oscar? Thanks.
Can you get Gardener's question time on that?
Beth, love. You all right? Was it the exam? Didn't it go very well? I didn't finish it. I couldn't finish it, Mum. Oh, come on now. I'm sure you did better than you think. There's only another week and then it'll all be over and done. No, it won't. It'll never be over. Not while he's out there. You're right, Mum. They'll move us from here and then they'll find him. What have we done? What have we done? Oh, love. I'm so sorry. Oh, I went to pieces and I let you take it all on your shoulders. I should have known. I'm sorry. No, enough now, lovey. Everything will be all right. What are we going to do, Mum? Nothing for now. We only have to worry if they move us from here, and then I'll think of something. You've taken enough on yourself as it is. Now, I'm going to run you a nice bath, and then it's supper and early bed for you, all right? All you need to worry about from now on is those A-levels of yours.
Hello, David. Traffic wasn't too bad,
Wasn't it?
Look, have you said anything to Patricia?
Oh, you mean about your ex-wife sleeping the night in your house when she was away? No. She was so thrilled about her new job, I haven't got the heart.
Thanks, David.
Don't bother thanking me, Max. I saw enough to know you've been deceiving my daughter. If you think I'm going to leave her in ignorance of that fact, then you're being an even bigger fool than you've been already. I shall tell her when the time is right.
Let's crack open another crate of the landlord's German beer, eh? One bottle each, say. Hey, I've got a broken heart to mend, mate. I'm footloose again.
Hey, well, you've been binned off by as many women as I have, pal. I'll have the glass round here somewhere.
Hello there, Barry. Come to say bye-bye.
No need to. I've got the money, haven't I?
Really?
Well, it's not exactly here, but it's on its way. I've got the money from the flat in Spain for a start, haven't I?
That was your buyer, was it? The one in earlier on? The one in the Cardi? I knew you were naive, but...
Just shut it, will you? He'll pay, and I'll pay whatever it takes to keep my stake in this club.
Too late, Barry. The deal was by tonight, or you were an ex-partner.
Yeah, well, we'll see, won't we?
I invited these two friends, just in case you got upset about leaving.
Yeah, well, there'll be another time, won't there? When you two Rottweilers are off burying the bones somewhere.
I think that nice policeman friend of yours, D.I. Kent, would be willing to see I got some assistance. After all, the management has got the right to refuse admission. And from now on, I'm the only management there is around here. Barry.
I hate you! 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 No! I'm gonna get...
Come on, it's all right, love. It's all right. It's all right, come on. The stupid garden, come on. It holds too many bad memories. Come on. Come on. We'll pave it over. We'll pave it over. Come on. I promise you I'll help you. We'll pave it over. I promise you I'll help you. Go on. Go on.
David. David, I'm surprised you've got the gall to even try and talk to me.
David, please.
Anything that even looks like Barry's gear, I want it off the premises. And now, not yesterday.
No problem.
Hey, what are we going to do about them pictures?
Look, you're just going to have to get the film off your mic.
If he develops them, you know, it'll all be out in the open about you and me.
You should just go to the house and get the camera. That way you've got the film and you can forget about it.
Oh, I just like that.
The longer you leave it, the more chance you've got of being publicly embarrassed.
Or blackmailed.
David, will you please listen? What you saw between Susanna and me, it wasn't what you thought you saw.
She was swanning around on your landing, looking as if she owned the place. And in her lingerie, for God's sake.
But that's because she stayed with the children.
I'm an old hand at guilt, Max. I can smell it a mile off.
Can I please come inside and let's talk about this properly?
No, you can't.
David, I slept on the couch.
And have you told Patricia your ex-wife stayed the night? No? So what have you got to hide, Max?
Oh, look who it is.
This is all my gear you're throwing out on the pavement.
Only because it's too far to walk to the gutter.
Well, you could have at least hung me suit on a lamppost, couldn't you?
Have you taken the account books out of my office?
It was my office when I took them out.
I want them back.
Well, I'm having someone check through them for me, all right?
You had no right to take them.
I had every right seeing that it's my money that's going down a pan. Now I'm allowed in for one more check round, or what?
You didn't come out for your 25 grand. As far as this club's concerned, you don't exist anymore.
So how's the revision going then?
It's all a bit tiring for her at the moment.
When I was at school, we used to hate the SWATs.
I walked out my chemistry exam last week. Couldn't even finish it.
Have some coffee, eh? Who are you phoning, love?
I've got to talk to the police, please.
Beth, what are you doing?
We can't carry on like this, Mum, so I'm telling the police.
Beth, you can't. Let me talk to you
Mum,
first.
I've got to tell them.
Give me the phone.
Mum, I've got to tell the police!
Beth, will you listen to your mum for a minute, please?
It's got nothing to do with you. Why don't you just leave us alone? Beth!
I'm all right, I'm all right.
Mum, I'll tell them that you had nothing to do with it. I'll take the blame. I'll say you weren't even here.
Come here, love.
Mum, I've got to tell someone!
Are you sure this is all right?
Yeah, he said I could borrow his camera any time.
It's just that, I am his landlord and I'm supposed to respect his privacy.
Yeah, and I'm his dad, aren't I? Not some kind of stranger. God, it must be here somewhere.
Hiya.
Oh, hi. How are you?
Sounds? It's me Alpha about.
No, he's just had to pop out to pick something up.
Oh, well, tell him I'll catch him later then.
Yeah. Are you going home?
Yeah, right.
Just wondered if you fancied a coffee.
All right then.
All right. Need a favour, Tez?
Collecting for the jumble sale.
Well, Joanne's just thrown me out the club, hasn't she?
Lost another friend, have you?
She's just thrown me here on the pavement.
Can you come up with your 25 grand?
Well, I might have if I'd had another week. Listen, Terry, you know, that favour, I was just wondering if I could leave my gear at yours for a couple of days.
I don't believe you.
It's only till I'm sorted.
Why should I?
I've got no one else to ask.
Go ahead, then.
Thanks, mate. Is there any chance of me keeping there a couple of days as well, sir?
You can keep there till you get sorted, and that's it. I don't want you taking over the place, all right?
Thanks, Terry. I really appreciate this, you know.
You saying that would have meant something to me once. Never gonna get away from you, am I?
The pressure's really got to you, Beth, hasn't it?
She's been the one that's carried me through the last few weeks. All that, you know, business with Trevor. I don't know where I'd be now if it wasn't for her, poor kid. She's got 3 A-level exams this week as well.
Well, that's enough to wind anyone up.
I thought she got through it all. You know why she was calling the police, don't you?
Look, Mandy, it's like your Beth said, it's none of my business. I should have just let you get on with your life.
You know, and you still stopped her.
Look, why don't you go and have a word with her before she screws up the rest of her exams?
If you know what happened with Trevor, why did you stop Beth from calling the police?
Because I did, that's all.
Why haven't you called them?
Okay, what happened with you and Beth and Trevor? What went on? All I know for sure is that he was hating you and the girls. And that can't be right, can it? I don't want to know anymore. I don't want to know the details, okay?
I've only known you for such a short while.
Go and talk to Beth. She's been carrying this for weeks and she needs you now.
You've shown us more care in those few weeks than he could have done in a lifetime.
You don't have to say things like that.
When you stay until I've talked to Beth.
If you say so. I'm beginning to feel like one of the family. I suppose all families have secrets, don't they?
Oh, all right. What are you doing here?
Mike was just on his way home. I managed to persuade him to stop for a coffee.
All right, well done. Did you, want something, did you, son?
Well, I'm going in to see me mum tonight.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And I just wondered whether you wanted any messages sent or anything taken in.
Jean Crosby left us some cologne or something. It's under the counter, I think, Bev.
Is this it?
Yeah, that's it, thanks. There you
Okay.
go.
No messages then?
No, not tonight, I don't think so.
Right, okay. I'll shoot off then. Thanks for the coffee.
Yeah, bye.
Yeah, ta-ra.
Oh, that was a close one, wasn't it?
You're not kidding me. Right. See if I can get this film out. Peter Allison was a bit sniffy about me rooting around our Michael's bedroom.
Well, at least you got it now, eh?
Yeah.
Ron, did you only tell Mike that you didn't have a message for Dee Dee because I'm here?
No, of course I didn't.
Well, it's just that you sound like you wanted to see her again.
I tried to see you, didn't I? Hey, I've made the effort, but she's not having any.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. Look, Bev, I'm getting just a bit fed up, you know, being dragged back to talking about Dee Dee all the time. Up to a couple of months back, my whole future was mapped out for me. My kids were going to grow old, get off, and then I'd vegetate for the rest of my life down the Legion. Then you came along.
Well, if you're sure.
Sure. Behave. Look, I just want to get on with my new life. And that includes you, my second chance. That is if you still want me, like.
Of course I do. More than ever.
Better sort this, eh? Oh, hello, you two.
What else did you forget besides soap?
Toilet cleaner. Not something I think about all the time.
No, of course not, Big No. Did you, want Bev to find anything for you?
Just a husband who manages to get all the shopping on one trip. Oh, yes, please, and as soon as you can, some kind of assistant to help me in the florist.
Oh, yeah, I'll have to do something about that, yeah.
Actually, I was thinking of offering my services.
170.
I work in there, dear, to get away from you, not because I like flowers.
Actually, I'll stick an advert in the window, eh, see if we can get somebody that way.
You should use the local paper as well, Ron. That's the place people look for jobs.
I'd have to pay for that.
Well, that's the way to get qualified staff.
Yeah, well, I'll think about it, OK. Right, well, if that's it, we were just about to do some stock taking, weren't we, Bev?
Yeah, gotta get it done today.
Come on, then, we'll go and make a start on Mrs. Reed's floral tribute. You can help me twist the little wires.
Yeah, bye. And don't worry, I'll get that advert sorted out. Right. That's got it, then. What do you think we ought to do now, burn it?
Burn it. Get it developed, you mean? So we know we've got the right film.
Oh, yeah. Where, though?
Well, we can't wait for it to come back from the chemist, can we? Have to be one of those one-hour places.
Brilliant. See you in an hour.
The joys of...
How long will the breakdown people say they'd be?
Anything up to an hour. Look, can you see what the trouble is?
Yeah, looks like your water hose is gone.
Oh, typical. I'm supposed to be picking up the children from school in Crosby soon.
You don't have to take them that far every day, do you?
No, it's from my first marriage. The kids are staying with us for a while, so I've got to drop them off and collect them. Look, if I took the risk, could I still drive the car?
Not unless you want to seize up on your halfway there.
Hi, what's up?
The hose is gone.
Oh, no.
Look, I'm going to have to go and save. Sorry, can't help you anymore.
Well, look, thanks anyway. See, I was supposed to be picking up Matthew and Emily from school, and then I was supposed to be on a site visit.
Well, you could go now.
No, I can't, you see. I'm waiting for the pickup people for the car. I was wondering if you could collect them.
Oh, I can't. I've got a client meeting. That's why I'm here. Well, what about Dad? He could take my car, go and get them.
I don't like asking your father. You know, imposing.
No, I'll go over and ask him.
No, it's all right. I'll do it. It's just that, well, we did say we could cope with a couple of extra children.
I'm sure he won't mind in an emergency.
All right, I'll ask him.
You're right.
It's just a bit of heartburn. Caught me off guard.
Well, I'm not surprised the way you rush round all day, eating on the move.
You can talk.
I'm not the one with heartburn. If you're getting it this bad, you should see a doctor.
Oh, you know, I hate doctors. It's their mission in life to find out there's something wrong with you.
If you're getting a pain like that, then you should see someone.
Yeah, all right. Well, I'll book an appointment.
Right, well, I've got to go. I'll park the car up and give you the keys. You sure you're all right? Or do you want me to go and see Dad?
Yeah, I'm sure I'm fine. See, I'm fine. I'll ask him.
Yeah, when you see Keith, tell him I want the bathroom back in use as a bathroom, not as a darkroom, will you?
Well, I'd say, like, but he's on some big photography course at our college. I think you want it kept that way till he's finished.
Yeah, and I just want a proper bath.
Well, don't worry about it. We'll be backpacking our way around Europe in a couple of weeks. Have as many baths as you want, then.
I hate to tell you this, but Europe's changed quite a lot since his maps were made, you know?
I know, yeah. That's why we got them cheap. Anyway, the roads and towns are still in the same place, aren't they?
If you're lucky. Oh, yeah, your dad came round and picked up your camera.
Yeah, fella.
I didn't really want to let him in, but he said you told him to come and get it, so...
And he's taking it, like?
Yeah. Shouldn't have let him.
Well, you're all right, like, it's on loan from the uni and you get that heavy about people using them. I thought a box brownie would have been more his style.
Do you feel better now?
Yeah, sort of. I'm sorry I let you down, Mum.
After all you've done for us over the last few weeks, it's me who should be sorry.
It did have to be done, though, didn't it?
Do you think you'll have to face the rest of your exams?
I don't know. I was so angry at myself for walking out the chemistry last week.
You might be able to cope better this week, though.
Every time I open a biology book, it reminds me of him.
Listen, love. Your dad made a mess of your life for long enough. Don't let him carry on now he's gone. What about your physics?
Might be a bit better, I suppose.
You've worked hard for these exams, and not just recently. For all the years you've been at school. You've got your whole life ahead of you. You deserve to do well for yourself.
What did Sinbad say about me trying to phone the police?
He was just worried about you, that's all.
Surprised he didn't mention me digging up the garden last week.
Well, for some reason, he's landed up on our side, and he seems to understand.
Right, Jordash Jr., physics revision time. The force of gravity. Well, open the window, then. Right, the force of gravity. Here we are. Right, at what speed does a fallen object move towards the ground?
9.81 meters per second squared.
Correct.
Now listen, kid. If you don't read your books and study hard, you're going to end up a two-bit window cleaner like me. Not that I've got anything against window cleaners, the less, of course, the better looking than I am, you know what I mean?
I'm sorry I threw the phone at you before.
You're sorry. You're sorry. You're not the one who's covered in bruises. I'll tell you what, you will be if you don't get your head in them books.
All the way to Crosby?
To pick Matthew and Emily up from school. I'm stuck.
Well, I suppose I could do it for the sake of the children.
We'd really appreciate it. Cars just seem to let you down when you least expect them.
Could say that about some marriages.
David, if you're going, you ought to leave now.
Right, let's have the keys, then.
Right. There you are. I'll go and wait for the garage, Mark. Thanks. See you later.
You're not your usual affable self today.
No. That's because something's upset me, I'm afraid.
What's happened?
Well, you know the morning I went over to Max and Patricia's house when Patsy was in London? Susanna was there. She'd stayed the night.
Well, perhaps she stayed to say goodbye to the children.
She was coming out of their bedroom, wearing Max's dressing gown and practically nothing else.
Oh, no.
Well, I think we're duty-bound to tell Patricia.
Now, what good would that do? She's riding high at the moment on this contract from London. All you'll do by telling her is shatter her confidence.
You want to keep it from her?
Well, it might make you feel better, but it won't do her a lot of good. I can personally vouch for that, can't I?
Do you think we shouldn't tell her?
Well, I can't force you not to. We don't know that anything happened, do we?
Listen, you know what your Beth needs after all these exams?
A break, I suppose.
Yeah, nice little holidays, a sort of reward for getting through them.
As if we could afford one.
Well, I mightn't have any allergies, but I do have a mate who's got a caravan in Talacha.
Where's that?
Sunny North Wales. And I can get you a free couple of weeks anytime you want.
Could you?
I most certainly could. And you don't have to answer now. Within the next 5 minutes will do.
You never stop, do you?
Well, it's something in my nature, unless it's something in the tea. Listen, if you did go away, well, I could flag over the back for you while we're in here.
Haven't said anything about going yet.
Yeah, well, I've seen some really cheap paving stuff, you know. And it wouldn't break the bank just to get enough to do the job.
I couldn't afford it.
Yes, you could. Besides, you don't have to do the old garden. Well, just the bit that needs doing. Besides, labour's normally the biggest cost, and I'd be doing that for you.
I'd have to pay you something.
Well, I wouldn't take it, because I wouldn't be doing it for the money.
You hardly know us, do you? And you still want to do this?
Well, just like helping people out, that's all.
Oh, hello.
Got some news for you.
You better come in.
The trustees have agreed that you can stay here for another 6 months.
Oh, thank you.
As long as we can monitor the situation. And there's no more nonsense with Trevor coming back.
Beth! The girls will be really pleased. Go on through.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't expect you to have company.
Well, I'm not company. I'm just a window cleaner, you know, blagging a cup of tea. Well, I'll get off then.
Well, there's no need. Mr. Shackleton is Sinbad. He's been very good to us since we moved in here. He's helped us out with quite a lot of things.
Just think I was rejected from the Boy Scouts once as well.
Pleased to meet you.
Oh, yeah.
I'll pour you some tea. Sinbad was just telling us about a friend of his who's got a caravan we could use after Beth's exams to give her and Rachel a bit of a break.
Oh, sounds like an excellent idea.
Yeah, it's only small, but it doesn't leak or anything.
I think it would do you and the girls a power of good. Would you be going as well?
Me? No. Well, I'll have my work cut out. I'm laying a posh patio for a friend.
I'm looking for Mr. Grant, please.
How did you get in here?
Through the front door. It wasn't locked.
Dump that last lot, OK? And this time, make sure you lock the door.
I'll come back later when it's more convenient.
Mr. Grant won't be contactable here from today.
Oh. What, has he moved on?
Look, you'll have to get hold of him some other way.
Yeah, right, no problem. I brought some things for him. Very nice club you've got here.
If you'll excuse me, I'm having a very hectic day, if you don't mind.
Must be a little gold mine, a place like this.
If you don't mind.
Ta-da! Got 'em.
Are they the right ones?
Not a chance to have a look yet, have I? I took one step outside the place and Jimmy Corkle stopped to give me a lift.
Hi.
How are you?
Just called in for some indigestion tablet. Oh, that's terrible, that. My mum suffers from it. It's 1 in 5. Thanks.
Ta-da. Right, let's have a look, shall we? Hello.
Hi there. Have you got those fruity sweets with the soft centres?
These ones?
Oh, spot on. Yeah, I'll come here again.
42.
Now, my wife always insists that I take her home a treat.
I know you go.
I think I'll get her some flowers.
Well, let's see them then.
Oh, hello, son.
I've just been speaking to Peter. He said you came round to us to borrow my camera.
Oh, the camera, yeah. Actually, we were looking out of here this morning. We saw this amazing bird sitting up in that tree there.
A bird?
Yeah. I thought it might be one of them rare ones, you know. So, well, I thought it'd be a good idea to take some pickies of it. And, well, yours was the only camera that I could think of getting hold of that quick, you know. It was just like a sort of impulse thing, you know.
Dad, I lent that camera from the uni. You're not insured for it.
Oh, right. Well, sorry about that, lad. But hey, hang on. Right, well, yeah, there's your camera. And I took the film out and got them developed for you.
What? You paid for it?
Yeah, in one of them fast print places. It cost me a fortune.
Keith's got our bathroom set up as a dark room. He deserved me developing for free. He should have got it done there. Ah, well. See you later.
Yeah, ta-da. Keith's got him.
Hello, Barry.
Oh, all right.
I just called in to see you in the club, but you weren't available.
Yeah, well, it's not the best day to catch me today.
Yeah, I met your partner.
Ex-partner.
Yeah, she wasn't very keen to have me around.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
Yeah, I just wanted to bring your account books back, that's all.
Oh, right. Thanks very much.
I showed them to my accountant.
What did he say?
Well, he seemed to think your partner might be a bit of a one for some sharp practices.
Sharp practices?
He seemed to think your partner might be a little less than scrupulous with her accounting.
In other words, he's ripping me off.
Those are almost the exact words he used.
And can he prove it?
He could, indeed, yeah. I hoped what he'd found might be of some use to you, son.
Yeah, it will. You're too right, it will. Joe? Jimmy?
David, please. Radio equipment.
Pardon?
I need to get my radio equipment out of your shed. Is it convenient now, or do you want me to come back later?
Yes, of course, anytime. In fact, yes, now would be very convenient.
Now that Patricia's gone out for the evening, you mean?
You've seen her?
We had a little chat before she left, yes. She said to tell you that she's dropped the kids off with Margaret round at the office, and could you pick them up as soon as possible? She's left you a note about their supper.
What did you tell her?
Nothing. Jean has persuaded me that I ought to hear your side of things first. I expect you've got your story pretty well rehearsed by now. Why don't you try it out on me while I move this lot?
Well, actually, thing is, David, I do have a doctor's appointment in 15 minutes.
Better get to the point pretty sharpish then, hadn't you?
What are you doing?
Where is she?
Well, the boss, you mean?
I'm the boss, Jimmy.
She's not here.
What's the car doing outside, then?
Something funny with the clutch on her. She's bothered by.
Where's she gone?
Oh, I don't know. That's her business, isn't it?
I hope she's giving you plenty, Jim. And there was me thinking you were on my side.
I'm with whoever pays me, Baz. And she pays.
Yeah, well, stick with me, Jimmy. I'll pay you. I will. As soon as we get some spare cash together.
Will you now?
What about loyalty, eh?
Well, loyalty doesn't pay the bills, does it?
Well, that's where you're wrong, see, Jimmy. Because what pays the bills is about being on the winning side, which is this side. Well, see, your boss lady, she's going to end up losing her club soon, and you wouldn't want to go down with her now, would you, Jim? She should be writing fiction instead of accounts. Now, if she's looking for the books, tell her tough. And tell her I'll be back
And don't bother tidying up in here, because she'll be moving it all out soon. All right, Jim?
And 52 change, Tar. So, how's my big sister Lynn then?
Fine.
Oh, that'll make a change. She's usually moaning about something. A pain in the neck, big sisters.
Oh, mine's all right.
You got one? Oh, yeah. Of course you have. Ron?
Yeah?
Ron, could you, come here a minute? What was that you were saying?
Oh, about the advert in the window, you know, for the job next door.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Keith. Nice to see you again, son.
Nice to see you too, Mr. Dixon.
Mr. Dixon, about this job in the flower shop.
Bev, could I have a quick word, please?
Mr. Dixon?
He's developed them, I know he has.
Well, if he has, he has.
He's looking at me dead odd.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
Because you're behaving dead odd. Well, for God's sake. Ah, sorry about that, Keith. Bit of trouble with the, So, what was it you were wanting?
Just something cheap for me tea.
Oh.
Mr. Dixon, this job?
See Mrs. Crosby next door, love.
Well, it says on the advert to apply to you. Only I've nearly finished my exams now and I want a job for the school holidays.
No, it's Mrs. Crosby you need to see.
Oh, right.
I know it's been advertised in the paper, so there's going to be a bit of competition.
Well, I'll ask anyway.
I wouldn't mind working in a florist. You can do some very interesting things with flowers.
Yeah. So, how you doing then, Keith?
I'm fine, Mr. Dixon. How are you?
Oh, I'm fine. I'm fine.
So that's good then. Everyone's fine?
I'm off on holiday soon.
Oh, yeah. That's right, yeah. You're going without Michael, aren't you, eh? So you're going to need lots of,
Films?
Films, yeah, that's it. Films, you know, for your holiday snaps and that.
Well, actually, I get them that cheap from college.
Oh, very sensible, that. Hey, I believe that you develop all your own photos yourself, don't you? Oh, Michael was telling me.
A packet of chili, please. Yeah.
Are you developing any, now?
Well, not at this precise moment, no.
No? Very interesting, that. Actually, I wouldn't mind having a go at learning how to develop my own photos myself. Thought that I might nip round to yours sometime, have a look how you do it.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Well, come round if you like.
It's 196, please.
Great, yeah, I will, yeah. Maybe, you know, a bit later on, like.
Yeah, any time. I'll, see you later.
Yeah, ta-ra, Keith. Ta-ra now. We're still okay. Oh, God, we're still okay. If he developed him, he'd have been all embarrassed, wouldn't he? He'd have gone all, well, whatever colour is he go, wouldn't he, blush? Hey, see the way I played it, though, eh? Dead cool. I'll call around later. I've got the perfect excuse now, haven't I? God, it's amazing, isn't it, eh? How your brain works when you're really up against it.
Up against what, Ron?
Oh, God. Not a minute, eh?
Anyway, so that's basically it. I mean, that's what happened. So, Susanna stayed upstairs in your room, and you slept downstairs on the settee.
Yes.
And you think Patricia's going to believe that?
I don't see why Patricia has to know anything about it.
You put me in a bloody difficult position, you know. I mean, the thing that's really upset me is... Well, it's a bit embarrassing in the circumstances, but I may as well say it. I've always liked you, Max. And I've always thought what a terrific couple you and Patricia make. Absolutely right for each other. So this is... It's knocked me for six. I thought you and Patsy were rock solid.
We are. We are, absolutely.
Look, Jean and I have had some pretty rough times over the years, you know. And I'm not proud of it. It was my fault. I've always had an eye for the ladies. So I said to myself, well, you may have made a bit of a mess of things, David, old son, but Max and Patricia, they're okay. They've got it spot on. So look, tell me, honestly, what exactly is the state of play between you and Susanna?
Well, I told you, she stayed the night.
She's a very lovely young woman, Susanna. Those legs. Oh, enough to get anyone to all man's jumping. And she does still have an eye for you, you know.
I know. I mean, yes, I know.
So it was entirely innocent then? Absolutely. I'm so glad we had this chat, Max. It's just good to clear the air, isn't it? So there's no reason then, is there? Just to keep everything above board, why shouldn't mention to Patsy that Susanna stayed overnight?
No! I mean, look, really, I really would rather that... David, you're a man of the world. You've been there. You know what it's like. You said yourself, haven't always been exactly to Jean.
Always exactly what, Max?
Well, you know, you said, didn't you? You haven't always been 100% to Jean.
What are you trying to tell me?
I'm telling you. I am asking you. I am begging you. Please, please do not say anything to Patricia.
So you did sleep with Susanna?
No! Yes, well, no, not exactly.
Well, either you did or you didn't.
Oh, you know what it's like. We never meant it to happen. I mean, it was just one of those things.
You do not cheat on my daughter, Max. She deserves better than that. I'll give you 24 hours to do the decent thing and tell her yourself. If you haven't told her by this time tomorrow, you leave me no choice.
So, what about this guy I mentioned, the one on the course? He seemed very interested in the idea of marrying me.
Why? He hasn't even met me.
Well, firstly, because he thought it was an ideologically sound thing to do. And second, because it's really not going to make much difference to him. He's gay.
Well, it's taken a long time to save up £4,000. Look at the mess in this bathroom. I want us to have a bath.
I could probably lend you a couple £100 to get started.
No, I can manage. I don't need any help. I've good money anyway.
Anyone in the bathroom? Yeah, Anna, she wants a bath.
Sorry. Listen, you don't mind, do you? Just give us 20 minutes tops and then I'll clear it all out. The bathroom will all be yours. I've just got to finish off this film for May. It's a bit urgent. He wants it for tomorrow.
Keith, I want to have a bath. I need to wash my hair.
Oh, not 20 minutes. Honestly, I promise. Only stuff not to do it while the stuff's all set up, isn't it? And I'll leave it spotless for you. I'll run your bath.
I want a bath oil in it. And a cup of tea ready for when I get out.
Listen, Anna, seriously. This guy, he's too good to let go. Because he's gay, he's got no plans to get married, and there'll be no danger of any funny business. It'll be strictly as per contract.
If he thinks it's such an ideologically sound idea, why doesn't he do it for nothing?
Because he wants some kind of compensation. The Home Office ask a lot of questions. Very personal questions. Things only husbands and wives would know about each other. It's not just a matter of going through the ceremony. It's a big risk for him. He could get in a lot of trouble.
Is that true?
Didn't know.
Keith, you finished yet? Anna wants a bath.
No. No, not yet.
Keith, are you all right?
Yeah.
David, listen.
Patricia back yet?
No.
23 hours, Max.
Mr. Farnham, do you and Mrs. Crosby is in?
No, I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure.
Only the florist is short and I want to see about this job. Listen, do you know she wants an experienced florist or is she just looking for a dog's body? You all right, Mr. Farnham?
Yeah. Just a touch of heartburn, that's all.
Oh, Sammy had that when she was pregnant. You want to see a doctor?
Doctor? Oh, shh. Missed it. Haven't even got time to be ill these days. You all right, Maxie?
Yeah, fine. You?
Fine. Is Keith in?
Yeah, he's upstairs, I think.
Keith? Yeah?
Ron Dixon to see you. Well, I've just told him you're upstairs.
Well, tell him I must have slipped out or something. And if he wants to come upstairs, don't let him.
This place is rapidly turning into a nut house. I'm sorry, Mr. Dixon. Keith must have gone out. I don't know where he is.
Oh, well, the thing is, you see, Peter, I only come round just to have a look at all this developing lark he's into, you know, because I sort of quite fancied taking it up myself, you know.
Yeah, I'll tell him you called.
Yeah. Look, I couldn't just pop upstairs and have a quick butcher's, could I? It's just that photography's a particular hobby of mine, you know.
Yeah, well, the thing is, it's all in the bathroom and Nana's taking a bath.
Ah. Well, Michael's not in, is he?
No.
Oh. Right, well, it's about a time then, eh? Tell you what, maybe I'll call around tomorrow.
Yeah, well, I'll tell Keith.
Yeah. Okay. Ta-ra.
See you.
Who's that?
Ron Dixon, looking for Keith.
But Keith's in the bathroom.
Yes, I know. Don't ask me to explain. I haven't got a clue what's going on. God.
What?
You look stunning.
Do I?
You look, well, you don't exactly look like you're going to work. But you do look like you're going somewhere very expensive.
Well, it's a very expensive hotel.
Where is it exactly?
It's, Look, what are you asking all these questions for? Is this some sort of interrogation?
Sorry, it's only me.
Well, I don't like insinuations.
I wasn't insinuating anything. I just... Never mind, forget it.
Has he gone?
Yes.
God, embarrassing or what?
What's going on? He seems very interested in photography all of a sudden.
Yeah, I know. God, I hope he doesn't come in for the pizza or anything.
Are you working tonight?
Yeah, and I'm late. See you later.
Look, I might be round later. Do me an Alcatraz and a side salad. Okay. Cheers.
I'd better get going as well.
Well, I'll give you a lift.
No, it's right over the other side of town. I'll catch the bus. I like the bus.
Are you nervous about something?
Nervous? No, of course not. Will you stop asking all these questions all the time? Look, I'll see you later. I might be late, okay?
Oh, aye, busy's after you, are they? Or did her husband catch her in the wardrobe? No, listen, I did. I know Paul McCartney and John. Knew all of them, actually. Yeah. Not that I'm anywhere near their age, of course, know what I mean? In you go, girls.
Madam bitching yet, Jimmy.
What's this?
Look, don't make a scene, eh, Baz? It's orders. I'm sorry.
What, she told you not to let me in?
Sorry.
Jimmy, you can't bar me. It's my own club, isn't it?
She doesn't want any trouble.
No, I bet she doesn't. Because she's getting scared, isn't she? Well, Jimmy, up there is some great stuff called brains. Or in your case, it's just called grey stuff. You better start using it. Or else tomorrow you're going to wake up and find that you've seriously backed the wrong horse, Jimmy.
Excuse me.
Working tonight, are you?
May I go in? I have to see Miss Halsall in a minute.
Set you up with a rich, lonely businessman, has she? Hmm? And I bet you know how to give him a bit of comfort, don't you?
Is Jimmy let her in, eh?
Please.
I'll let her in, but not you. In you go, love.
Thank you.
Hey, Jimmy! You don't want any blood on the pavement now, do you? I'll get your loyalty sorted out, lad.
did you get in here?
I've got the heavy mob with you tonight, then, eh? I thought I'd return your books. My accountant's finished with them now.
Good.
He found it very interesting reading. He was very interested in the fact that in April, you seem to have spent £7,000 on fixtures and fittings for the club.
Excuse me while I go on clearing up your mess.
Which he found very odd. So he dug a little deeper. And he found that the fixtures and fittings were for a club in Newcastle. Which is a mystery, because I never knew we had a club in Newcastle. And then a few pages on, I find out that I've bought a half share in an invisible Toyota MR2. I've been busier than I thought, haven't I? So can you tell me, how come you can spend £20,000 worth of our profits on things that I know nothing about, and yet tell me that there are no profits and we're going bust?
Because I knew I could get away with it. Chose you very carefully, you know. I thought what I want, the kind of partner I need, is a totally brainless lump of scouse machismo, with loads of money and the kind of eyes that make the female clientele go wobbly at the knees. So you can imagine how I felt, Barry, when you walked into my life. There he is, I thought. My wildest dreams made flesh. Still, all good things come to an end, don't they? It's been nice knowing you. Jimmy!
I'm not as thick as you think, you know.
Really? Jimmy?
My accountant's got copies of all of them books. Could make life very difficult for you.
What's up?
I thought I told you Mr. Grant was surplus to requirements.
What?
It doesn't matter. He's leaving. See him out.
Oh, that's where you've got it wrong, see? Because I'm not the one who's leaving. You are. Jimmy, escort Miss Alsall to the door, will you?
Throw him out, Jimmy.
If he happened to lay a finger on me, I'd be right down to the police, the customs and excise, the inland
Barry,
revenue.
love. He's not very bright, is he? Let me explain something to you in very simple terms. We're partners, right? I go down for fraud, you go down with me. That's what partners means in business.
Hey, listen, nobody talks to me like that. Nobody cheats and lies and steals and gets away with it. Behave, will you?
All muscle and no brain. Deal with him, Jimmy.
Look, I warned you. Nobody talks to me like that. Now walk!
Are you gonna let him do this to me?
Jimmy, get a coat and a bag, will you?
We'll start walking.
Will you stop worrying about them photos?
I can't.
You'll be all right. It's just you and me now, eh? Isn't that what you want?
Come on, Bev, you know that's what I want.
Well then, come back to the flat with me now. Stay the night. I'll teach you things you never dreamt of.
There's still the kids, isn't it, eh? God, I've got to get them photographs before our Michael sees them.
There's nothing to worry about. It'll be all right. Look, if you won't stay tonight, then will you promise me you'll stay tomorrow? I want a whole night with you. I like waking up beside you. Please.
Well, I have to go down the Legion tomorrow night for a couple of hours.
Afterwards, then.
All right.
And don't bother coming back again. Not until you get together the 20 grand you robbed off this place, okay?
Push her around. You don't treat a woman like that.
She's not a woman, Jimmy. She's a vulture.
You all right, boss?
And she's not your boss anymore, Jimmy. Do you hear me? Bye-bye, Joe.
Go and stuff yourself.
You okay?
I'm fine.
Is that true then? Have you really screwed him out of all that money?
That was too complicated, Jimmy. It's accountant stuff. Thanks.
I don't know what to think anymore.
You don't think anything. You leave the thinking to me. And you tell him I'll be back.
Right. Busy night?
Yes,
Got to get ahead.
Nah, you're okay. Your Alcatraz is ready. Go in.
Hey, there's Anna.
Oh, are ya?
What's she doing in her leave? She's supposed to be at work. Who's that bloke she's with? Have you seen him before?
No. Hey, he looks a bit old for her, doesn't he?
Well, why does she lie to us?
Maybe she's going on to work now.
What with him?
Well, maybe she's got the boot from the hotel and didn't want to tell us.
Yeah, but she doesn't have to lie to us, for God's sake. Sort it out tomorrow. Just have to ask her, I suppose.
And Brookside's back on Monday at the same time. And don't forget the omnibus edition on Sunday morning at 10.
Barry, check the office, see if anyone's in there. You check the men's loos.
Good day at the office, darling.
Yes, thank you. Cheerful?
It's called Death Wish.
Would be. Where's Anna?
Asleep. She didn't get in till about 6 this morning.
Rent day, by the way.
Is it?
What's this?
That's me very special beef curry.
So you, haven't spoken to her then about last night?
I haven't seen her.
Kitty's empty again. You couldn't manage a bit extra this week, could you?
Oh, come off it, Peter. That's not fair. We're going away on holiday in a couple of weeks.
What, so you're gonna give up eating until you go, eh?
Ooh, horrible smell of curry. Is there any bread left? Oh.
You must have been working very late last night.
Yeah, till about 5.
Oh, there's no kitty left. Could you manage an extra tenner this week?
Yeah, okay.
You sure?
Yeah, of course I'm sure.
Only, I thought you might have lost your job.
My job? Well, why? I told you I was working last night.
Yeah, but we saw you.
Where?
Getting into a cab outside Duluth with some bloke.
Come. Mr. Ken, how nice.
You busy?
Not particularly.
Well, I fancied the pleasure of your company. I thought we might have a little chat.
I'll see if I can rustle us up a cup of tea. Was it about anything in particular, this chat?
Life, the universe, and our mutual friend, Mr. Barry Grant.
Okay. So I lost my job, all right? Can we leave it now?
When?
It's none of your business when. I pay the rent, don't I? As long as I pay the rent, it's got nothing to do with you.
How are you paying the rent?
Pardon?
If you've lost your job at the hotel, how can you still pay the rent? How come it's no problem to fork out an extra tenner this week?
Well, it is a problem. I need every penny I can get.
And what about this guy at the club? Who's he?
Okay. All right. What do you want to know? He's a businessman. He comes from Sheffield. He's in Liverpool selling industrial boilers. What else? He took me out for dinner last night and paid me for the pleasure of my company.
He paid you?
Yes.
What do you mean, paid you?
I mean, he paid me.
You on the game?
No, of course not. I work for an escort agency. Joe Hulsell introduces me to lonely businessmen.
Who's Joe Hulsell? She owns the club. And you pay a percentage?
No, the client pays an introduction fee. I just make sure they spend some money in La Luz, that's all.
So what were you doing until 5 o'clock this morning?
Having a remarkably long dinner.
You do? I knew it. You think I'm a prostitute, don't you? The pair of you, you're so predictable. Now do you see why I didn't tell you what my job was? You hear the word escort and you immediately jump to all the wrong conclusions. But if I was going back to their hotel rooms, which I'm not, but if I was, so what? It's my decision. You don't have the right to make judgments on me.
Oh, hello.
You're home.
That's what I love about you, your awesome powers of deduction.
Did your father say anything?
About what?
What did he say?
Well, he just said he might be round a bit later.
Ah,
Where's the kids?
they're in the garden. Patricia?
I've had the most brilliant day. Any phone calls?
No, Patricia, listen.
You all right?
No.
Oh, Max, I forgot. The doctor, what did he say? Oh, darling, I'm sorry. It's this account. I'm just not thinking about anything else.
No, don't go.
Darling, it's only Dad. Are you all right? You look awful. Did the doctor give you anything?
I never went.
You never went? Oh, hang on a sec. I'll get rid of him. Hi.
Can we come in a minute?
Sorry it took so long. The place is deserted. I couldn't find any milk.
Mr. Grant not here today, no?
Mr. Grant is about to become history as far as this club is concerned.
So you finally took my advice. Well, I did warn you.
You did, and you were right. To be honest, I've had it up to here with Barry Grant. He pulled a very ill-advised stunt on me yesterday.
What sort of stunt?
He tried to get rid of me. Don't get me wrong. I don't mean crushed glass in my sandwiches or guns or anything. He made a rather unintelligent move and it got a trifle rough. 2 leather stockings and a bruised leg.
Well, that's common assault. You can file a complaint.
You're very interested in Mr. Grant, aren't you?
He's a very interesting man.
I can't say that I've ever noticed.
Tell me, that reference to guns, was that entirely coincidental?
Why, has Barry got a record with firearms?
You're telling me you don't know what happened here last year? He never mentioned it to you? Well, it's quite a story. His friend, Mr. Sullivan, was found wandering round in a state of shock, covered in blood, carrying a shotgun that belonged to Barry Grant. A while later, we found his jeep abandoned on a beach near Formby. There was blood on the sand, but no sign whatsoever of Mr. Grant.
You're joking.
Well, that's only the end of the story. Wait till you hear the beginning. A few months before that, Mrs. Sullivan and her son were murdered.
Yeah, I heard about that.
They were pushed off the scaffolding. Well, it was here, just a few yards away. It was while they were building these properties. I'll tell you something, there are people around here who know a lot more than they're saying. So when I tell you Mr. Grant's an interesting man, I mean interesting.
Caravan? Yes, in Wales. Tights.
Oh, tights over there, love.
Right, I'm just popping round to the Addison, see if I can catch Keith.
Oh, will you be back, or...?
Probably not, but look, if there's any news, you know, I'll give you a ring. I need to get things sorted out at home with the kids. So, I'll be round the flat about half an hour, okay?
See ya.
So, Crisium Pharmaceuticals support Shield.
Oh, yes, sheltered housing.
It's the biggest charity they do support. They're based in Oxford, and they've put me under contract to do all their PR.
Right.
Oh, God, who's going to hear that there?
Oh.
No, it's all right, okay.
So, you didn't tell her?
I haven't had the chance. She was at a reception drinks party last night and she didn't get back till late and she's been working all day today.
David, leave it alone. Let Max do it in his own time.
I don't see why it needs to be done at all. And it seems to me that you're the last person to get self-righteous about one stupid but basically human mistake.
Exactly what I said.
And I'll tell you something else, David. If you ruin this time for her, I mean, look at her. Just look at her. If you ruin this, I don't think I will ever forgive you.
There you are, you see. Max won't forgive you. I won't forgive you. And I'm pretty sure Patricia won't.
It's Patricia I'm doing it for God's sake.
I have had more than my fair share of forgiving to do in my time, and believe you me, the one person you never forgive is the interfering busybody who insists on shattering your illusions.
Playing mummies and daddies out there. What's going on?
I'd like a word with you, in private, please.
Okay, is the kitchen private enough? Oh, darling, can you get that?
David, are you sure about this?
What is all this? You're making me feel quite nervous.
Yes, darling, I'll just get it for you. It's the Shield people from Oxford.
Hello? Hi. 9 o'clock tomorrow morning? Oh, yeah, hang on a second. They've got a meeting tomorrow about this promotional film they're doing, and they want my input. I mean, they'd need me for about a week, maybe longer. Can't go. Of course I can't go.
Yeah, yes. Yes, you can.
Darling, I can't abandon you with 3 children to look after.
Tell them yes.
You're absolutely sure? You honestly don't mind?
You drive down to Oxford tonight and tell them to book you into a decent hotel.
Hello, yes, that'll be absolutely fine. Can you book me into a hotel for tonight and call me back? All right, lovely. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye. You're absolutely certain you really will be all right?
I shouldn't worry about him, darling. He manages splendidly well when you're away. Don't you, Max?
Well, Margaret will be able to manage in the office next week, and I'll ask her if she can give you a hand with the children. Oh, God, nothing's clean. I haven't done the washing.
Go and
Yes, I will. Oh, Dad, I'm sorry. You wanted to tell me something?
No, it's nothing. It'll keep till you get back.
Hiya. I've just been round to yours. Gil said he'd be here. What time's your train?
6:30.
Well, look, if you'd like to leave your keys and that, well, I could do that little job in the garden for you while you were away. Nice to come home and have it all done, wouldn't it?
So you work as an escort, and okay, it's a respectable job, fair enough. But if me and Keith both jump to the wrong conclusions, how do you think your clients are going to react? There are some really dangerous weirdos out there.
Well, perhaps one of them will marry me and then you can stop worrying. Oh, Peter, what choice do I have? I starve, I get deported, or I do this. Which would you prefer?
Is that Keith in?
Keith! It's your friend, Mr. Dixon, again. Shall I send him up?
Yeah, okay.
Actually, I called round yesterday with you weren't in. Hey, so this is it, eh, son? This is where it all happens, eh? Centre of operations. David Bailey, eat your heart out. So, how are you?
Fine, Mr. Dixon. I was fine yesterday as well.
Oh, good. Are these waiting to be developed?
No, those are being developed. They're just drying.
Oh, fascinating. Have you managed to look at any of them yet?
Not yet, no.
Only the thing is, you see, Keith, what does that do? That is it?
Oh, that's the enlarger.
Only you see, well, it's a bit difficult to explain, but... Well, our Michael left his camera. No. I took our Michael's camera. And, well, there's a couple of pictures that are...
Are these what you're looking for, Mr. Dixon?
Have you looked at these?
Yeah.
Not about our Michael. Has he seen them?
No.
Look, Keith, I will tell our Mike. I'll have to, when the time is right, but not like this. So, well, I'd be very grateful if you, well, you know, if you didn't. I'd be very grateful.
you shouldn't have left it in the middle of the floor, should you? Just get it cleared up before my dad gets in.
You knocked it over. You clear it up.
Tony.
Okay.
Oh, hiya, love.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, listen, you couldn't do us a favour, could you?
Well, hang on a minute. What sort of favour?
I was just wondering if you could babysit our Tony for us tonight, you know. I have to go out again, you know, down the Legion, special bingo night. You know, just make sure he gets to bed, washes his feet, that kind of thing.
Dad?
Oh, you're in, are you? What happened to this floor?
Jackie, she knocked the milk over.
Come on, Tony, get it cleaned up.
I'm doing. I don't need babysitting.
Look, I'm not his mum, so if you want a job like that done, you'll have to pay me the going rate.
OK, yeah, fine. What is the going rate?
£2 an hour.
I don't need babysitting.
Look, how about tenner for the night, then?
Can I have one as well, just for putting up with it?
Yeah, you yourself.
Can I have Gavin round then?
Ah, yeah, I suppose so.
Dad.
Dad.
Hey, listen, how's your mum, by the way? Did you go and see her?
Yeah.
And she was OK, was she? Look, love, I might be a bit late tonight, you know, a bit of early hours in the morning job, so don't bother waking up, eh?
All right, then.
And what else? Matthew has games on Monday, and don't forget, Emily's dancing class is at 6 o'clock on Wednesday. Anyway, I've sorted everything out with Margaret, and darling, there is no food in the freezer, needs restocking.
Oh, that's all right. I'll go to the shop tomorrow.
Go to the doctor, promise me.
I'll book an appointment.
Keep it this time, please.
And that's what you want to destroy?
I don't want to destroy anything. She's an adult human being. She has a right to know the truth.
Oh, don't be so pompous. Do you seriously imagine that knowing the truth about you made my life any easier or happier?
Bye, Mum.
Bye-bye, darling.
Bye-bye, Dad.
Drive carefully.
Yeah.
Dazzle them with your brilliance.
No problem. I'll ring you when I get there. About 11, I should think. Thanks for being so good about all of this. Bye.
Well, Matt? Thanks. Not for you. For her. And it's only temporary. Ah, Sinbad. Just a chap I want to see.
Still determined to tell her.
I know.
He says she has a right to know. I suppose he's right. Do you know, Max, the most humiliating thing of all is everybody else knowing about your husband's infidelity except you. I don't know how long I'll be able to keep him quiet.
Get off. Oh. Got him.
Yeah, that's it. Excuse me. There's a film on in 10 minutes and then I want the telly on. You can go and play that up in your room.
No way, it's better down here.
Oh, it gets on your nerves, that noise. Hello? Oh, hey, Leanne. No, I can't. I'm babysitting. I wish I could. Why, where are you going?
I don't need babysitting.
Hang on. Well, could you go down to the Rogers for a couple of hours? Is that all right, Gavin? Is your mum in? Yeah. Yeah, all right then, just for a couple of hours. But I'll have to get changed first. So I'll meet you outside the shops in about half an hour. And I'll have to be back here by 9. OK, then I'll see you in a minute. Ta-ra. Tony, by 9 o'clock, right? And don't forget to lock up after you. Tony?
Yeah.
That radio aerial you put up for me is a slight problem.
Oh.
I want it taken down and put up again somewhere else.
Ah, well,
remuneration. Well, how about a £5?
Well, I'll tell you what, Bing, how about a £5 for taking it down, and then another £5 for putting it up somewhere else?
I see you're a bit of a businessman, Sinbad, old son. Well, listen, we'll do a little negotiation, shall we? Okay. Anyway, there's no rush, whenever's convenient. Oh, that looks rather heavy, my dear. Can I help you?
It's all right, I've got that, thanks.
Thanks. Beth, bring the sleeping bags down, will you? They're on the landing.
Ah, someone else going away for a little trip, eh? Anywhere nice?
North Wales.
Ah, beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful place, sir. Wish I was coming with you.
David.
Ah, yes, my dear. Excuse me, duty calls. Well, have a nice trip.
Right, anything else?
Just the sleeping bags. Oh, and keys.
Oh, and don't worry, I'll look after the place.
Thanks.
Well, enjoy yourself.
We'll try.
And rest. You need loads of rest.
I will.
And don't worry, there'll be a nice big patio there when you get back. It'll be like nothing ever happened.
I don't know.
Onto that.
That's it,
Jump
that's
on
it,
it.
That's it.
You rubbish. Starving now.
Yeah, I am.
What you fancy?
What have you got?
Got chips.
Oh, yeah, great.
In the freezer, I'll have to put the pan on.
I just don't know how we've done that. All right, come on, doesn't matter. Let's get the soup in this up.
Can you smell something?
Nah.
Chip pan! What do we do? Ring the fire brigade?
No, just shut the door and I'll go and get Frank.
Oh, do come in. Oh, no, sorry. I've got that wrong, haven't I? First you knock, and then I say come in.
Don't get too comfortable, will you? You're leaving in a minute. No, please, don't get up. Not on my account. It'd be easy if you're sitting down anyway. I've got something here I'd like you to sign.
What is it?
It's the document that my solicitor drew up this morning. Vince will witness it for you. There's no need to read it. I'll tell you what it says. In effect, it releases you from our partnership and signs the club over to me.
You must be joking. You seriously think I'd sign something like this?
Yes, Barry. Oddly enough, I do. Vince, will you explain to Mr. Grant why I'm so certain that he's going to sign it?
Stay there. Stay there. Where is everyone?
They're out.
Open the back door, quick. Quick! Well, you made the right mess of the kitchen, haven't you? You two alone in the house?
Well, our Jackie was here, but she had to go out.
And you didn't have the house to come over to ours. Where's your dad?
She's down the Legion.
Well, you better ring him. You get up to bed. I'll wait here for him. Gavin, you get home.
He said he'd be dead late, early hours of the morning.
Oh, did he now? Leaving you and Jackie alone? Right. Go and get your toothbrush and a few things. You can stay the night in ours. I'll leave a note for your dad. Go ahead.
I like to read the small print, you know, before I sign anything.
This is a big moment for me. I want to savour it. Shame about this office. Not that there's anything wrong with it, it's just that given the choice, I'd have preferred something more atmospheric. Something with a more personal touch. A beach at dawn, for example. Or the top of scaffolding. Sign it.
It's not the end, you know.
Oh, I think it is. It looks pretty much like the end to me. Your keys. If you'd like to witness the document now. That's about it. End of partnership. End of you, Barry.
Dad?
I need a word with you. Jump in.
What about?
That bitch Joe Alsall, what else? Now, she's trying to take that club off me, and I want you to help me sort it out.
Listen, Barry, mate. Leave me out of it, will you? This is between you and her.
Are you deaf or what? I said jump in.
I've got my own car, thanks.
Get in, Jimmy.
I can't believe he'd stay out all night and leave them kids on their own.
I hate to think what might have happened. The house could have burned to the ground.
Hasn't Jackie been over?
No.
I mean, you didn't fall asleep and not hear the doorbell?
I haven't slept a wink, love. Where the hell's he been?
Well, that's what worries me. I've been thinking, Dee Dee's away. The Legion doesn't stay open all night. I was wondering if he might have been sleeping in my sister's bed.
No, that's all over.
Oh, we've only got their word for that, haven't we? Where else could he have been?
God. I hope not.
Oh, bloody hell.
Dad, where have you been?
No, Jacqueline. Where have you been?
No, where? What do you mean?
How come you don't know our Tony nearly bent the kitchen down, eh? How come you don't know he's over there at Frank and Lynn's now? Well, come on.
Well, I went out for a couple of hours and when I came home, I went straight to bed.
But why didn't you check on him?
Well, it was late. I thought he'd be in bed.
For God's sake, Jacqueline, I gave you that money to look after him, didn't I? Why didn't you check on him?
Yeah, well, if you'd been here, you could have checked on him. I mean, where have you been?
I was down the Legion. Where do you think I've been?
Yeah, all night.
Yeah, well, it was an entertainment committee meeting, wasn't it? We had a few drinks and got talking. Look, can we just get this place sorted out, please? Can you get it tidied up?
Dad, I've got to go to work. Anyway, I didn't do it.
All right, I'll see to it. I'll have to collect our Tony first, though.
I'll see you tonight.
Yeah, all right.
Oh, Thomas, please keep still, good boy.
Matthew, will you please go up and get dressed?
I just want to see the end of this.
I'm going to be late, for heaven's sake.
Daddy, Matthew's not dressed yet.
Matthew! Look, I start telling you again, go and get dressed. And make sure you clean your teeth. I've got an appointment at 9:30. I'm going to be late.
I'll go, Daddy.
Who's this?
Morning, Max.
Hi.
How you coping?
Skin of my teeth. It's a good job Patricia phoned this morning. We overslept.
How is she?
Oh, she's fine. Chasing around Oxford. Getting on very well with the clients.
What's that you're taking?
Indigestion tablets. It's my heartburn.
You shouldn't eat toast. It always has that effect on me.
Well, there's no time to make anything better. Look, Jean, there's no need to do that. I'll do them later.
Nobody likes to come back to breakfast
No, Jean,
dishes. It
honestly.
is no trouble. And if you've any washing that needs doing, I can see to it.
Well-
And if you bring some food round to the shop, I will prepare you something for your supper that you can pop into the oven.
You sure?
Well, you can't cope, can you?
Thanks. Well, look, I tell you what, you better take this spare key.
Right. Come on, Thomas. Everyone ready? Come on,
Ah, morning, David. I need to speak to Jean.
Yes, of course. Come in. Mustache.
What are you doing here?
We just came round to see if I could help.
After what you know about him and his ex-wife?
I'm trying not to think about that.
But we have to think about it. When Patricia finds out the truth, he's going to have to cope in his own bed, so we might as well start learning now.
Who said anything about them splitting up?
Anyway, it wouldn't be fair on the children us not helping, would it?
He should have thought about all the trouble he'd cause. How can we help a man who's done this to our daughter?
Oh. It's not felt right since Ron told you they'd finished. Well, anyone else in those circumstances would have sacked her. They're still working together all day. I wouldn't trust our Bev as far as I could throw her.
All right, Frank. Sorry about all this, mate. Hello, Lynn. Where's our Tony?
He's gone off to school.
Oh, thanks a lot, love.
Where have you been, Ron? It's not on, you know, leaving your kids alone all night.
Well, it wasn't exactly all night, was it?
I've been up all night. I've just seen you come in a quarter of an hour ago, for God's sake. I mean, what sort of a father leaves his kids alone like that?
Yeah, well, I'm sorry, Frank, but, you know, things got a bit out of hand down the Legion. You know, a bit of a mega stay back, like.
Oh, for God's sake, Ron, we're not stupid. You've been at our Beverly's flat, haven't you?
Oh, God, is that what you think? Just because I'm late, it means I've been with Bev. I thought I told you I was stand with Bev.
It's written all over your face, Ron. Don't try denying it.
And I've told you, that's all finished with, Frank.
I don't believe you.
Neither do I.
Okay. Okay, I've been with Bev, yeah.
How could you?
I tried to give her up, really, but I can't. Neither of us can.
God, you're as bad as my little tart of a sister.
Haven't you got any shame, Ron?
No. No, I haven't got any shame, actually, Frank. I'm not ashamed about the way I feel about her. Okay, I never thought things would turn out like this, but... Well, I love her.
Love? You don't know the meaning of the word.
I thought you two were mates. I thought maybe that when you found out what was happening, you might be able to stand by me. I mean, can't you do that? This could be a whole new beginning for me, Frank. I mean, you must be able to see Dee Dee and me are finished. Can't you even wish your own sister well? For God's sake, Dee Dee and me are finished. Aren't I entitled to a new start?
Get out of me sight, Ron.
What's the difference between you and me, eh, Frank? You've got your new start, haven't you? Aren't I entitled to mine?
I don't want to talk about it. Go ahead.
All this is her fault. I'm gonna see her.
You're not my boss anymore. If she sees me with you, then that's trouble.
I said I'd see you all right, didn't I?
Oh, I? How? She says you're bankrupt.
I said I'd see you all right, and I mean it.
Listen, I need this job, and she's paying my wages.
Do you think that bitch gives a damn about you, eh, Jimmy? Do you remember who got you that job, Jimmy? How long do you think you're going to last there without me on the scene? I mean, you've hardly been bosom buddies now, have you?
Look, if she sees me with you, then I am definitely binned off.
Well, she won't see you with me. I just want you to do something for us.
Oh, I? Like what?
But I've got no keys. I want you to let me in the club in about an hour.
What for?
I'm going to talk to you.
You what?
It's my building. I'll get the biggest payout and the insurance. She might end up with nothing.
Behave yourself, will you? No way, I'm not getting involved in that.
You'll be well clear, Jimmy, won't you? What do you want, eh? Part of the insurance money, the future with me? Or life on the dole after she bins you?
I'm not torching anything. I'm not striking any matches.
I've told you. That's down to me. So the club, an hour. All right?
As long as I'm not involved.
Well, you never are you, Jimmy?
Barry! Barry, can I have a word?
Not now, eh, Mick? Later.
All right. I'm surprised you've made it to work. Hey? Well, hasn't your boss given you the morning off after a hard night's work, entertaining him at your flat?
And what's that meant to mean?
Oh, don't start all that. We've had all that off him. The pair of you lied to me and Frank. It's never been over. You've just carried on behind our backs.
So what? What's it got to do with you?
It's got everything to do with me. Frank's been up all night waiting for Ron to come home. Their Tony almost burned the house down with a chip pan while he was out carrying on with you. What are you playing at, hey? Getting a married man to leave his kids on their own.
They're old enough to look after themselves, aren't they? I managed, didn't I?
Look, I don't care about you. But I do care about Dee Dee. She's a friend of mine.
She treats Ron like muck. It's no wonder me and him got together.
It's no wonder she's had to go away. She was lying there sick for months and you were carrying on with him. She must never have seen him because of you.
She's not interested in him. She's not, but I am. I like Ron a lot more than that. And I'm staying here.
Well, we'll see about that. I'm going to see her. I'm going to go to that convent place and I'm going to tell her exactly what's been going on behind her back all this time. And you better start looking for another job.
Yeah, well, there won't be any need for that, will there?
Do you honestly think Dee Dee's going to let this little tart carry on working here once she finds out?
Look, Lynn, I'd save me energy if I were you. Dee Dee knows all about us, too.
More lies, eh?
It's true.
And she's known for a while, since before she went to the convent.
Yeah, well, you as good as put her in that place. Just remember that.
Hey, Dee Dee's illness has nothing at all to do with Bev. Maybe me.
Well, I just hope you two can live with this on your consciences. You carry on, get on with your big affair. But from now on, to me and Frank, you two don't exist.
I wish I could watch Wimbledon all day.
All right. Didn't expect to see you today.
Hi.
Have you left something behind?
No?
Well, I know you haven't come in for a pizza.
Look, I should have told you over the weekend, but I wanted to make sure it was advertised.
What was advertised?
A job. I heard from someone at work that it was coming up and it's just what I want. Just wanted to make sure it was in the paper today.
Oh, it's not in Leeds or something like that, is it?
Not this time, it's here in Liverpool.
Grayson's?
Yeah, it's a national firm, but the head office is up here.
What are you doing applying to a chain of supermarkets? I mean, you've always been in education.
Well, I want to change, and this is just right. It's a new post in the personnel department. Quality officer.
Positive discrimination there. I thought that was well out the window now. I mean, employers couldn't care less about employing blacks with the recession still dragging on.
Well, obviously Graysons don't feel the same way. It's more than just employing black people. It's about taking on disabled people, women's rights.
Salary 18k. 18 grand?
What do you think?
For that money, I think you should go for it.
I'm going to. It's the sort of thing I wanted to apply for ages.
Hey, but, I mean, it's definitely based here. I mean, you won't be working away.
Well, there'd be days away. Conferences and things, I suppose. Probably longer hours than I do now.
Oh, well, as long as you don't forget me.
Oh, Mick, of course I won't.
So you'll be out on your conferences and things, and I'll still be Mick the Pizza Man.
With a girlfriend on 18k who's even happier with her life because she's doing what she wants.
Sounds good to me.
Mind you, I have to get the job first.
Yeah, well, you make sure you do, lady. Listen, have you got to dash off?
Well, I suppose I could stretch my flexi time and work on tonight.
Nice one. And coffee coming up.
Thanks.
Oh, can you believe it? All these job applications just for one little job in this place.
What's the running total so far?
Well, with this lot, I should say over 200 now.
Good God. This girl's got a degree in history.
Well, that's one person you can count out.
Why?
I'd be wasting her time. What future would a graduate have in this place?
It's a sign of the times. People are desperate for work.
Oh, there's no wonder people complain about job applications not being acknowledged. I mean, how am I supposed to read all this lot and write to them all?
Well, surely that's up to Ron.
Oh, he's got his hands full with Dee Dee away and a family to look after.
Oh, here's one from someone who's been made redundant.
From a florist?
No, from a magistrate's court, but she's doing a flower arranging course at night school.
Oh, well, I suppose everyone that's qualified's in a shop already, but how am I supposed to cope with this lot and run a shop?
Oh, it's so sad, Jean. Look at this. This person, she can barely write.
I would take on someone that couldn't write if they could make up a wreath and a wedding arrangement.
She's a school leaver and she's practically illiterate. I mean, what's the world coming to?
Poor little thing. What chance has she got?
Well, I don't think you should carry all this responsibility. It's down to Ron, I'm afraid.
I hate landing him with it while Dee Dee's still ill.
It's all right. I'll have a word with him.
Oh, Charlotte. I need this.
Are you upset over what Alan said? You know, that we don't exist.
I don't care what your Lynn says.
How about Frank, though? He's a mate, isn't he?
Yeah, well, I thought he was. I mean, he was able to have his new start, wasn't he? Why shouldn't I have mine?
Is that how you see us? A new start?
Yeah, I do.
That's lovely. Oh, I feel like I'm free. I mean, I hated having to see you on the sly and everything, and now everything's out in the open. I don't care who sees us. I don't care who knows. I can run out on the street and shout it if I want.
Hang on, Bev. All right, hey, we've still got to be careful.
Why? I mean, Dee Dee knows, and well, those two will tell everyone, but who cares?
I care, actually. I don't want the kids to know. God, if they ever found out.
Well, surely if you sat down with them, they'd understand.
Look, Bev, I don't want them to know. That's why I had to get these photographs back off Michael's meat.
Oh, let's see them.
No, no.
Oh.
They're better off burnt.
Come on.
No, I said no, didn't I? We were daft to take them. And anyway, they're not that much good.
Well, if you can see them, why can't I? Just a peek.
Oh, all right, just a peek. I need to lose a bit of weight.
No, you don't. I think you look cuddly. Oh, my God, if your Mike had seen that one.
Put them away.
Sorry to interrupt, Ron.
No probs, Bing.
Look, these are the applications Jean's had in for the job next door.
What, all these?
Yes, about 250 of them. She can't possibly answer them all.
Well, I knew there was 3 million people unemployed, but I didn't think.
Yes. Who says we're climbing out of this recession, eh?
When am I going to find the time to sift through this lot?
Jean's got the same problem. Something's tickled you, my dear. How about sharing it?
More than tickled.
Sounds interesting, eh, Ron?
Oh, sorry, private.
Oh, that's not very sporting, is it?
I think T-Big's just about over it, isn't it, Beverly? So, listen, Bing, how are you fixed for free time at the moment?
Me? Lord, I've got oodles of it.
Well, you must have interviewed for staff in your time, mustn't you? How about taking that lot away and sorting us out a shortlist by the weekend, eh?
Me?
Yeah, well, I mean, it was your idea to put the ad in the paper, wasn't it?
Well, yes, it was. Well, I suppose I could.
Yeah, well, if you ask me, you're just the perfect man for the job.
Yes. Why not?
Right. Shortlist by the weekend, then, eh?
Right, well, I'll get stuck in right away, Ron.
Great, thanks a lot.
Bye, Bev.
Bye.
Ta-ra, Bing. What do you think you... Hello, Jack.
Hey, Dad. Hey, can you remember to bring some potatoes home? We've run out.
Yeah, potatoes, yeah.
All right, then. Try.
Ta-ra, love. Beverly, she could have seen them.
Sorry.
Come on, give them here. They're going to get ripped to shreds.
Come on, I want to keep them.
No chance. Come on, give me them.
Oh, look, when we're all wrinklies, we can look at our photo album. Oh, go on, Ron, please. Let's keep them. I love them.
Oh, all right, but don't leave them lying around.
Oh, promise.
These letters, they're like a sociological study for the 90s. You wouldn't believe some of the things people have been through.
I probably wouldn't, but you keep reading them out to me.
Listen to this. This woman, she's only 40, she's been married 3 times. The first
You
time
wouldn't
she was...
like to make a cup of tea, would you?
What? A tea? Yeah, yes, of course.
Hi.
Oh, hello, Max.
I just dashed out to buy some chicken pieces and other things, so if you just put it in a casserole, put it in the oven on a low burner.
Yeah, fine.
Thanks, that's very good of you.
What's all this?
I just told Max that I would put something in the oven for his and the children's supper.
Shouldn't he be doing that?
David, I have to move heaven and earth at the office.
But why should Jean get lumbered? You're going to have to get used to coping on your own, Max. When Patricia finds out what's been going on, she won't be around to look after you or your children.
Can we talk about this, the 3 of us? It's not what you think you know, me and Susanna.
I can't see that there's anything to discuss. What you did won't go away, you know.
Perhaps you'd look after the shop while I go and do the children's supper.
After what's happened?
I am doing it for the children's sake. Not yours, Max.
I wish you hadn't told Jean. I could have sorted out this misunderstanding with Patricia.
There is no misunderstanding. I know what I saw. And you have to face the reality of what's going to happen when Patricia finds out.
So you calling round tonight?
sorry, I'll be working on my CV.
Oh, fair enough then.
There's your landlord. Are you going to tackle him about this rent rise?
Too right, Sam. Hey, Barry! Barry!
Cat. Looks like you picked a bad moment.
I don't mind a bad moment. I'm not having him treating me like that.
What? Haven't you forgotten something? Well, you haven't locked up. And,
Barry, this is crazy.
Jimmy, that bitch deserves it.
You've built this place up. We've built it up. Couldn't you just talk to her?
Look, Jimmy, you've done your bit. You've let me in, eh? Now just get off through the back door and make sure no one sees you. And remember, you couldn't get up this morning. You were too bladdered from last night.
Oh, aye. And how are you going to get out?
I won't be long after you. It'll be a while before anyone sees the smoke.
God almighty, you're going to kill yourself. You don't know what's going to happen when that petrol goes up.
Jimmy, will you just shut up and get off?
No, I won't. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not having you blowing yourself up on my conscience. I'm not leaving this place. You can find another way to get back at Joe Alsall.
I said go, Jimmy.
You don't know what you're bloody doing.
All you had to do. It's a doddle. I've done it before, haven't I? You know, in your little Scotch shop, Cowboy Cuts.
What? You torched my shop. You bloody did, didn't you?
Well, I thought it was pretty obvious. I thought you'd have worked it out by now, dickhead. So where do you reckon I should start then, Jim?
You ruined my whole future. My shop. I was getting my act together with that shop. Me and Jackie's future.
It was my shop, Jimmy. Got you out pretty smartest though, didn't it?
You lousy get.
Jimmy!
Get up.
What are you doing?
Get up!
Oh, wait, Jimmy. Jimmy.
Let me at him! He's ruined everything!
Get up, Jimmy!
You get him out of here!
Just calm down, will you, Jimmy? Just tell him in there. Tell your mate in there I'm going to have him for this. Do you hear me? I'm going to have him.